to be my summer smoky eye makeup tutorial. I used none other than the Morphe 35O palette. If you haven't seen this palette, let me just grace you with its presence. It is literally the prettiest palette ever. It is all, they're not all warm shades, but there's a many warm shades in here. So I used these shades and then a few other like brownish, orangish shades. And this look just turned out so beautiful. So I really love smoky eyes and I really love the summertime, so I figured there's nothing left to do but make a smoky eye for the summertime. So that's exactly what I did. I would wear smoky eyes 9 to 5 every day long. Every day long? Is that a word? Every day, all day, because I love smoky eyes that much. So anyways, before I ramble too much, if you want to see how to get this look with the Morphe 35O palette, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes, and I'm going to be using this NYX eyeshadow base. It's just a white eyeshadow base. So for this look, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35O palette. I figured this was like the perfect palette for a summer smoky eye. So first, to start off, I'm going to be putting just a light shade all over my lid to kind of set that primer, and also because I just like to do that because I think it really evens out my eyelid and it makes all the other colors very blendable afterwards. So to do that, I'm just going to be using this white shade right here. It's just a matte white. And like I said, just putting it all over my lid, all the way up to my brow bone. Okay, I zoomed you in a little bit just so you could kind of see a little bit better, but now that my eye is nice and white, I'm going to be going in with just a fluffy blending brush with this kind of like an orangey, let's see if I can show you. Where is it? This orangey-ish shade right here. Just going to be putting that in my crease, and I'm going to be kind of heavy-handed with this because I do want it to be a little bit more pigmented. Alright, so when I was doing the other eye, I noticed that this transition shade wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. So I went in with this brown shade right here. It's just another transition shade. And I put that in my crease as well, and that also helped to darken it like I wanted and also helped to blend the other color as well. Okay, so moving on to the star of the show, the lid shade. I'm going to be using this shade right down here. This is like the worst angle to show you eyeshadow, so I apologize. But I'm just going to be using this shade right here. It's just like an orangey, reddish, copper, warm, very beautiful eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using that, and to do that, to make it a little bit more pigmented, I'm going to be using this trick that I've always used, and if you've watched my videos before, you've seen me do it, but I'm just going to be using a setting spray and spraying my brush. So just spraying it 2 times is good, but this one is the Wet n Wild setting spray. You can use anything. You can use water, the Max Fix Plus, eye drops, you know, contact solution, anything. So you just dip it into the palette like normal, tap off anything extra, and then just put it on your eyelid. So what I like to do is just dab it at first, just to make sure there's no extra fallout, and then I just start sweeping it across the lid. So for the next step, I'm going to be adding this reddish shade that's right beside the copper that we just used. I'm going to be spraying my brush again and then using that on the outer corner. It doesn't do too much, but it does add a little bit of extra definition and just a little bit more of a reddish tint to the outer corner. Alright, so to blend that out, I'm going to be using a more tapered blending brush that gets right in the crease. I'm going to be going back in with my 2 transition shades. So instead of going in with the orangey one and then the brown one, I'm going to be mixing the 2 and then just going right into the crease and blending out that harsh line. So as you can see, it doesn't take much to blend that out. These colors are so easy to blend, and they all work so well with each other. I'm like really impressed with this palette. So I wanted to deepen up the look a little bit more. So I went in with this brown shade right here. I'm just going down the line obviously, but I'm going in with this like brownish. It has like kind of like a grayish tint to it. I'm just going to be adding that on this little pencil brush right to the outer corner of my eye, kind of down in my lash line. And I just wanted it to be a little bit more darker and something that was a little bit more smoky, but not like black smoky, you know? And then I'm just going to flip over the brush and then use this side just to kind of blend everything together. And you might be wondering why the heck I even put that red shade down. Well, it does kind of blend in with the brown, but I feel like it kind of gives it a different shade than just the brown going on top of the copper. So the browns on top of the red is a little bit different, if that even makes any sense at all. So I want to deepen it up just a little bit more in the crease. So I'm going in with this brown again with the same tapered blending brush and just using a very light hand, just going in my crease and also in the outer corner just to blend what we put in there even more. And I'm only going into about the middle ways because I don't want the inner corner to be bombarded with the brown. So to blend out the brown, I'm going to be going in just with this shade right here, just 1/2 of the transition shades, and just lightly blending everything together. This look is a lot about blending because it's so key in eyeshadow to begin with. But then if you're using like dark smoky colors or any colors in general, you just don't want one color to stop and the other to start. You want everything to have this nice flow and gradient effect. So that's why blending is so important. Alright, so now that we have everything done on the top, all I'm going to do on the bottom is use just this flat shader brush and use both the transition shades and kind of smoke out the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to use the pencil brush with this dark brown shade and go under my lash line again. So I brought everything down pretty far because I do want it to be smoky. So if you're not comfortable with how far down this is or how dark it is or anything, then just make it to your liking. You don't have to do it exactly how I'm doing it. So I noticed that I lost some of the pretty shade. So I'm going to just go back in with the same brush and just go back over what I already did. And I'm just going to blend that out one more time. Alright, so now that everything is blended, I'm going to put on some eyeliner. I'm going to be using this, I don't know, it's just a NYX black eyeliner. I'm going to be lining my waterline and my tight line. And so for eyeliner, I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I just have really been into just lining my top lash line and that's it. So, and also I don't want to take away from the prettiness of the warm shades. So I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild felt tip eyeliner. I'll have all the products I use listed down below in case I'm going too fast. So don't you worry, I got you. Alright, so now that my eyeliner is on, I'm just going to curl my lashes, not like that. I'm just going to curl my lashes and put on some false lashes because I just feel like false lashes will really make this look even prettier. So I'm just going to be using just the Ardell Demi Whispies. They just look like this. I don't even know if you can see. They look like this. So now that my lashes are dry, I'm just going to top it off with some mascara. This is the Revlon Ultimate All-in-One mascara. Just going to be using just a little bit of this because my natural lashes are pretty long, so they just blend in with these already pretty well. And then I'm just going to coat the bottom lashes a lot because I want to continue with the smokiness of the look. So the mascara is done, and when I was finishing up, I decided that I wanted to make it a little bit brighter on the inner corners. So I'm going back in with the Morphe palette and a pencil brush, and I'm going to be mixing this, I don't know, it's like kind of a peachy, shimmery shade with this a little bit darker peachy shimmery shade. So mixing those and putting that in my inner corner and blending it into the pretty copper shade that we already have there on the lid. So the very last step is lips. So I'm going to be using 2 Milani products today, kind of switching it up from all the ColourPop I've been using lately. This is the Milani Colorstatement lip liner in the shade 04 All Natural. It's just a nice nude, kind of like a darker nude. And so for the lipstick, I'm going to be using this Milani lipstick in the shade 60 Matte Innocence. It is such a pretty, pretty nude. Oh my gosh, I love this. And it smells really, really good too. So this is kind of like a lighter nude, but then pairing it with the darker lip liner, I think will kind of even it out and make it not as light for my skin tone right now. Alright y'all, well this is the finished makeup look. I really, really, really like how this turned out. This is exactly how I pictured it in my head. Most of the time with makeup looks, I don't plan, actually I've never planned a makeup look ahead of time, so I just kind of like roll with whatever I'm feeling. I kind of come up with something in my head ahead of time and then just hope for the best, hope it comes out how I pictured it. And this one did. It looks so, so good, and it's very, very, very summery. And I also like this because it's out of my comfort zone. I don't usually wear warm shades like this. Ever since I got the Morphe palette, I've been trying to kind of branch out towards the warms, which I feel like this is just the epitome of warm summertime eyeshadow. So I really enjoy this. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. That's like the first time I've said you all. That is weird. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Also, don't forget to leave any videos you'd like to see me do in the future down below in the comments. I reply to everybody. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me. And until next time, I hope y'all are having a good day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.